Welcome back to Prime Morning. My name is Isiedua Akumia. It's time for Let's Talk Relationship. I'm excited about today's topic. But before we start, there's a birthday shout out. So happy birthday to you, Maya Boating, Maya. God bless your new age and may the heavens open for you, from your friend Martin. Okay, so this is from Martin to you, Maya. Happy birthday. All right, so today's topic for discussion. So when I was reading about finances in marriage, I chanced on something, and that is research that was done by some researchers from Kansas State University, which states that arguing about money by far is the top predictor of whether couples will stay together or not, which is very, heartbreaking to know. And there are a lot of couples out there that I know that a situation like this is so not far-fetched. It's not weird. It's not surprising. And so what I would love you to do is to send in your comments. Let us know if you've experienced a situation like that before, if you're experiencing such situations, if you're single, or maybe you just have your reservations about when it comes to finances and, in a relationship or in a marriage. What are your reservations about that? And so I have two guests. I have two guests seated with me here beautifully. I'm going to introduce the guests. And there are two letters that we're going to use as case study for today's discussion. So introducing, I'm super excited. Ladies first. Yes. Reverend Mrs. Gian, I got it correct, right? Yes. Reverend Mrs. Gian Anderson.
Yes.
Okay, and you are a marriage counselor. And then seated to her left, we have Ronnie Ni Amate Amatefio.
Amatefio. That's
just a way so man can.
That's so mention it with alacrity.
Ronnie Ni Amate Amatefio.
I'm happy.
Did I get that?
I'm happy. Somebody told me.
Okay, and you are a life relationship coach. Welcome, lady and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
morning
Thank you.
to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so we are going to take the two letters that we are going to use as case study. I'm going to read them, and then we delve into the conversation.
Okay, right.
Yes.
These and money is hard to come by. However, my wife does not seem to understand that our lifestyle as a family needs to change. We have been married for 7 years with 2 kids. In the last couple of months, she has refused to plan and manage with housekeeping. In the midst of all this, she maintained her weekly trips to the salon, pedicure sessions at least once a month, and constant purchase of clothing for occasions like weddings and funerals. What takes me off is that she recently requested I double up housekeeping money to meet with demands as a family. I feel my wife is insensitive, and no amount of talking can seem to change her attitude. This is driving me nuts. Please advise. I am Kofi from Pokwase.
Hello, Prime Morning. I have been dating this guy for 2 years and hopefully looking forward to tying the knot soon. However, I'm not entirely sold on this relationship, and these are my reasons. Although he's gainfully employed with good salary, he always runs out of cash before month end and often asks me to lend him money for his upkeep. I have come to realize he is a spendthrift, as he always likes to keep up appearances and mingles with the wrong crowd. His Friday night hangouts with the boys alone could run into 2,000 Ghana cedis a week. I would have understood him if he was embarking on a building project or any investments for that matter. However, nothing of that sort has popped up in our conversations. There's been times that I have registered my displeasure in the way he manages his finances. My greatest fear is that he has hinted on us having a joint account leading up to our marriage. I don't know what to make of this, as I have constantly suggested he allows me to take charge of his finance just so I can help him save for our future. I can see all the red flags, but I'm smitten. What do I do? Felicia Osu.
These letters are very interesting. So we have Kofi on one hand.
From where? Is it Kaswa or Pokwase?
Yes.
And Osu.
Felicia from Osu.
You want my take on it?
Yes, I want your take on it.
You know, finances in the relationship, who can manage it better?
Yeah.
It's not really, maybe I'll bust the bubble. You'll be expecting that I would say that a man can manage it better, the woman can manage it better, but it varies from home to home. People are raised from different backgrounds, and also are socialized in different ways, for which they pick their expenditure pattern or the way they handle finances. You look at the two stories. The first one, Kofi's wife,
obviously is being
Kofi's wife, inconsiderate and trying to be frivolous with the money. And also you have Felicia's boyfriend, husband to be boyfriend who is a disaster. I'm telling you, it's a waiting to happen. It's a waiting to happen. Spending money as much as 2,000 on a Friday with friends and all that, and he has nothing to report about. I think that the issue of who can manage money well in marriage depends on how the person is raised or wired.
Okay. All right. Hold on that thought. Mrs. Anderson?
Thank you so much, and good morning to your viewers, and of course to my wonderful husband.
Hey.
Yes, Bishop Alfred Anderson, and of course my congregation, Peace Chapel International in Tema.
Okay.
I say a very good morning to them, and to you. You're looking wonderful.
Oh, thank you. So do you.
All right. My take on that, I think I'll be straight. You know, women can handle money issues better than men.
Okay.
Yes, and
did you see his face?
I see him. He's a pre-second and I am a pre-second. So
hey, okay.
Yes, we can manage them. So I think on behalf of the women, we can do better. So when it comes to relationship, you have to know the man and the woman who can keep the home finances better. Then we give it to that person to keep and then take good care of the home for us, so that at the end of the day, we can be productive. And on the other hand, I think the woman is being so inconsiderate. But do you know, sometimes women think the men have money and then they pretend they don't have the money. And sometimes
so we place demands unnecessarily.
Yes, and sometimes too, the men, they have it and then they hide it in the pocket. And then some of the women, like at night, they go into the pocket and they check and their money. Because he says he doesn't have money. Look at him, he's having money. So then the woman start being inconsiderate and then making all sort of demands. I need that, I need that. But you know, a woman needs to get herself upkeep.
Right.
You need to look good, you need to look better, and the man can say, yes, this is my wife in public. Your hair, your dress, your shoes,
but isn't the responsibility of the man to make the woman look good?
It is the responsibility of the man, but today, many women are so productive and then they get those items on their own. But it is the responsibility of the man to take care of his wife. Just like Adam did. He was placed in the garden and God says, take care of the garden. The garden is the home.
So a man is obliged to,
to do that. Yeah, that is why he is the leader. You know, sometimes we talk of gender equality. And I say for leadership, we can't be in equality with the men. For leadership, no, we give it to them. Any woman who would like to take the husband's leadership away from him, I don't think that person is a woman. Yes, because as a woman, you need to be respectful to your husband, so that your husband can love you better. Right. Yes, and give you the doors to flow, you know.
Now, let me come to you, Rodney.
Yeah.
So earlier she said something that when you look at the couples, you need to see which one of them would best handle finances, and that person should be given finances to handle. What do you think? How would you know? What would you use? What factors would you consider to say, okay, I think that you are better at handling finances. Maybe I am better at handling. What factors would you consider to get to that conclusion?
Before that, let me also say good morning to viewers and also the Slick and Suave GH members. I run a page and they are watching. 3,500 people, 600 they are watching.
Oh wow!
Yes, she has said something before I come. She has said something. You know, in my opening statement, I said that it can be attributed to one gender.
Yes.
One gender, and I think that she's pitched in at the latter part of her submission. Now, when you are dating, one way or the other, it will show up. Just as Felicia's boyfriend is being a heavy spendthrift, and also being frivolous with money. It shows one way or the other. That is why courting is very important, because courtship has a way of revealing all the attitude that will show in marriage. After the marriage, when you get there, it will rather grow. It will not stop. I mean, maybe by divine intervention, that is where it will stop. But in the journey of courtship, that is where you can discover whether partner A, female, can handle money better than partner B, male. You know, so that is where you discover. But in marriage, when you get there, 99% of the time it is stuck. Yes, if you realize, if you don't discover it quickly and you get there, the person who can handle money better, you can know whether the male or the female. But the person who cannot and is very very irresponsible with money, but it's the concept that you realize. You can find out who can handle it better.
So the both of you are married. I'm going to ask you, Ronnie.
Okay.
You and your wife, who manages your finances better?
Definitely me, and she's watching. Definitely me.
What makes me you? Why are you saying you?
Oh, because I think that, like I said, my upbringing, I started investment at the age of 17 years. So keeping money for the future is one of the things that I do. I don't really spend. If I have to spend on something, I have to make sure that I have saved twice the cost of the things that I want to buy.
Okay.
But
your wife. You are being careful. You want to be careful with your words.
Because I'll go back home. And both of you will not be there.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I think that she can agree to the fact that I better handle money. There have been a lot of scenarios. I remember we decided something. Maybe forgive me, I'll say it. I decided something that I remember I introduced something at home where both of us would put some amount of money together for projects. Then whoever goes to take that money from that bank, there's a paper and a pen. It was some SACB. So when you pull it, the paper comes, then you write what you're going to do, what you're going to use that money for, then you record. So we started with the man, put it there. And I think on the 24th or something, I was going to take, I put the thing in the holy paper. I thought the holy paper came out singing to me, and a whole list of things. I put it back there, I put my hand there, and it was bye-bye. There was nothing there. And I said, okay, that's it. So we made a report. The next month we did, and I realized that it was zero again. I said, no, we are stopped.
So you stopped?
Yeah, we stopped. I said, it is not for me. I think it's for her. So I just gave it.
But was the agreement to that either of you can go without the other's permission?
Yes, that is why you have to put down whatever.
So none of you had to necessarily tell the other person that, oh, I'm going into it to take so amount, but you didn't.
No. Okay. So that's what happened. So for me in my home, I think that I manage money better. But other homes I've heard various homes that the wives do it better than the men.
Oh, yes. We do it better.
Yeah, so it's a balance. It is not a straight-jacketed, gender-tagged attributions, really.
Let me come to you, Gian. You gave shout out to our bishop.
Yes.
Tell us, you or your husband?
I think Mrs. Amatefio, by this time, she'll be like,
she's probably angry.
Yeah, she's probably angry. Yeah, because I know she will do it better.
Oh,
you know, probably the money she took, probably she used it for the homekeeping.
Yeah.
She bought tomatoes, oils, rice, and then the kids stuff, the kids' dresses.
I go to the market, hello. I go to the market, hello. I go to the think of the market, Mokala and buy things and bring home. I mean, hello.
And then she couldn't explain it. You understand? And then the man would be like, "What did you use the money for?"
Yeah.
We said the money is for this, and then the money is finished. But it is not all that we can explain. Sometimes you come back from home and then the pocket is dry, and we have to keeping up, and then the home will be a better place, and nobody will hear of us. You understand? So sometimes when the savings come and then we take small, of course it's out of sight, and then we use it for whatever. But for me, I would say I do better.
You do better.
Yes.
You do better.
I do better. I do. You know, the men look at us and we are their daughters, their sisters, blah 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 blah. But women are doing a lot.
Bishop, I agree to you.
Anyway, so we will be activating the phone lines pretty shortly. The number will be put on the screen so you can call in and then you tell us your experience, what your thoughts are. Men, the man or the woman, who do you think handles finances in a marriage or in a relationship better? Now, I want to ask this question. At what point should you be open about your finances?
From day one.
Right from day one, as in courtship, during courtship?
Yes, from day one, I mean, like I said earlier on, there is nothing you can show in marriage if you haven't gone through a proper courtship. You know, the things that you have to discover during the courtship time are the very things you live with for the rest of your life. So if you're not able to discover a lot, you may think that it's surprising. Hey, was staring at you during the time of courtship.
You look at for the red flag.
So those that is why a lot of highlights are being made on courtship. They say you have to go through courtship and all those because nobody is going to teach you any new tricks in marriage. No. When you get there, what's wrong? What's when you are there? So the certificate that you receive actually is for the courtship that
you are done with the course.
You are done with the course. That is the real course. When you are there, your autopilot, you're going. So that's where you discover those attributes. And if you fail to go through that, maybe there will be counselors who would also help you, but to a little extent, because they themselves are dealing with their own issues.
Their own issues. That's true.
Sometimes people come to me, and young people come to me and says, I'm not bonding with my wife, and I say hello, it's a season. Me too, I go through some time, that kind of thing. So you can discover that early when you take your courtship very seriously. That is where a lot of things are.
So if you're in a serious relationship that you know that it's leading to marriage, it's promising that it's leading to marriage, and your partner asks you, how much do you earn?
You have to be truthful.
You have to be truthful.
You need to be truthful.
Including your debts.
Yes, at all times.
Yes.
So that...
Funny.
You know, the fact is, I'll share a story. So
you know, when you are truthful and
can you please hold on? We have someone on the line. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Hi, Prince. Please, how are you doing?
I'm good, and yourself?
Hello.
Yeah, hello. I'm good, and yourself?
I'm doing great. What do you have to tell us? Are you going to share your experience with us? Any thoughts? What do you think about this topic?
I'm not married, so I'm having experiences. I manage this myself. But when it comes to management, when it comes to management, I think it's an individual affair and how you will raise, when you will raise, how you will raise, and how you understand how you are being trained. And so you add all those things personal life and into a company's life. And so we can't say gender A or gender B or how to do this. It is how the initial stage of everyone's life, how you were raised, how you were taught, and how you took those things into consideration on how to manage your life and manage other people's life. It's like the work that you're doing. I think some people have been put in place to manage certain things. And if they don't understand the job, I don't think they can manage the institution well. So the same thing applies to marriage, applies to couples. If they don't have better knowledge of what they are about, they cannot manage their affairs. They can't even manage themselves to even manage others. Okay. So mostly it is an individual affair, and then before we jump to a corporate affair. Thank you very much. Thank you
too, Prince, for calling. Please make sure to call, or you can send in your comments through our social media, our comment section, and then we'll do our best. I'll do my best to read your comments, but then make sure to call. Let me come into the studio. Gian, you were saying something.
Recently my son called me from school and he says, Mom, thank you so much. You taught us how to be responsible when it comes to money. Sometimes my friends ask me, why don't you ask people for things when you run out of provisions? No, I can't do that. Money says it's not good. So he waits till I send him something. And that is it. When you are growing, how best you are put together, how best you are nurtured. It depends on how well you can manage money in the future. You know, sometimes we overlook red flags in relationship. When you are courting a guy or a lady and then the person is like, oh, miniscale, they be a miniscale every day. And then you are the only person catering for a lot of things. It's a red flag. You look at it and then you decide whether to go ahead.
But what if truthfully that partner doesn't have money?
Every day you don't have money, but you take time to do some expense. You see the person spending on other things. Oh, somebody borrowed me the money. Oh, it was borrowed. Oh, that every day. But you know the person is working and then he earns. You understand me? Okay. So that is it. I think it's a red flag, and you need to look at it. Me, I won't go into that marriage.
You wouldn't at all. Okay, so we have Becky on the line. Good morning, Becky. Hello, Becky.
Good morning.
How are you doing, Becky?
Please, I'm fine. You?
Fine, thank you. Please speak to us.
I think managing of money better is from the woman.
Okay.
Let me say, like me.
Okay.
I can use 20 cedis to cook for 3 days.
Oh.
Yeah.
In this current economy?
Yes.
In the current state?
Why? Is it Gary
I know how to manage.
Please, can you break it down for the 20 cedis? What and what would you use?
Oh, maybe I'll buy condo. I want to cook banku and some soup.
Which soup?
I'll buy condo and cassava dough 3 cedis. Then I'll use maybe I have charcoal or gas. I'll use the 70 cedis to buy some fish and tomatoes, pepper. Then I'll do something small for my family to eat.
Oh wow! With the 20
Yes. Even 3 days today I did some.
Oh.
And I ate the rest this morning.
Okay.
But some of the women prefer to buy meat and all. Today we don't have money in this system. The economy is not good. Yeah, so some of the women have to manage. But let me say,
like the way you are managing 20 cedis for 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah, my husband manage well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so this is what I can say.
Okay. Thank you very much, Becky, for calling. Do we have another caller on the line? Hello?
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Hope you're also fine.
I am great. Talk to us.
Thank you. So I wanted to share my opinion on the management side of the finances.
Yes.
So I've been married to my husband for some while now.
Okay.
And during the courtship, that's when we realized he's best in managing finances. So I think when it comes to the management, it's there you find to know who is better when it comes to the courtship before you step into the marriage. Because at the end of the day, when you're married, what you were not able to do in a courtship are just coming to show up. So the courtship side is very, very important.
Okay.
To know who is best in management. So my husband does best at that side. At the end of the day, I spend too much, but I don't even know what I use the money for.
A lot of us are related with you, honey. A lot of us fall victim.
It's very, very good.
Okay. Thank you very much, Adiza. Yeah. Thank you so much for calling. So we have Priscilla on the line. Priscilla from Kumasi. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. So how about you guys?
We are awesome. We are awesome. Please speak to us.
Yeah, about the spending. I want to share my experience on that.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So with me and my husband, as for me, I feel like he's stingy. Because sometimes he hides his money. I found out he hides his money.
Oh, really?
I pretend not to see it. When I try to ask
managing it for you,
to be like,
managing it for kids.
And on top of things. Yeah, so that's mine. And I don't know whether he's more or not.
It's managing for the kids.
Okay, so I'm going to give an opportunity for Gian and Ronnie to answer, to help you with it, how to go about this. Okay, they have a solution for you, so stay glued to the show. But let me take a few comments on social media. Ro Bobomo says, wow, great submission from Lady Reverend Gian Anderson. More grace, Mrs. Salidako. Okay, so this is from Mrs. Salidako. And then Richard Quayle says, money is power, and the one who controls money has power. Some people misuse the power that money brings. Both partners should be able to spend on portions of the family budget. And then there's this one too from Ajwa Ahinewa Inti of Original TV. Hi, darling. And she said, every woman should know about their family finances and should be essential to them. It's just a fact. Women handle it better. And this is from Ajwa Ahinewa Inti. Let's take a few more. Comments on social media. Okay, so I'm trying to get them and then read them. But then let me come to you, Mrs. Anderson. So with what Priscilla just told us, that her husband is stingy. I mean, and she sometimes pretends not to see where her husband hides the money and all that. And with a situation like that, what do you think she should do? How should she go about it? I mean, is this an opportunity? I mean, a situation like this, can you just go to your husband and say that, my dear, that's the more dangerous. Also, I don't know how should she go about it?
Yeah, you know, it's heartbreaking. Very, very heartbreaking when you discover that your husband has money and then he says, I don't have, and later on the day you find out is hiding them in his pocket and other things. I heard
in some corners of the house.
Ronnie saying it's for future use. That is it.
He's keeping it for the kids.
Yeah, but I think you need to be truthful at all times, especially with your partner. So one day she can just wake him up and sit him down. Yeah. Probably it was a red flag. She didn't pay attention to. Yes. So now it's too late for her. So she just had to sit him down, talk to him. This is what you're doing. It's affecting me emotionally, and then I need us to talk about it. And then she should be open. Whatever thing she's hurt with concerning the financial situation, she talks about it, and we see if there could be improvement concerning what her issue is. And the second thing is for the husband to accept that he's making a mistake, and then he chants on that. Some men will be like, yeah, that's my money, and I choose to give
Ronnie,
it.
would it be that easy for you to accept?
Well, the story is not complete to start with, because we haven't heard the other side of it.
The man's side of it.
And the way she's going about it, you know, now the definition of being stingy is very, very creative this way.
Ronnie says, she asks him.
Yeah,
she asks, and then he's like, I don't have. And at the end of the day, you find the money in the pocket.
She's not working out of the marriage. She's happy at home. She's smiling about it and all those things. It means that she's been sorted out in many, many ways. So for men, sometimes if you're taking care of home and you have other things also to take, for instance, I run my own company, and I factor home also in my day-to-day activity. When I plan for the month, I include home.
Okay.
And what everybody, and my wife is also a corporate lady. So you are thinking that okay, the family will need a amount of money and everybody. I miss all of that expenditure that I'm embarking on. Now I finish all that. Then it comes, I need fuel for my car. But Mama, afford that. Your office is also giving you food. How do you Saturday morning you're going to do your hair? Oh, just because you saw me counting some money. And when I said no, then you say that I'm stingy. No,
you understand? The Bible says women are the weaker vessels. And of course, when it comes to money and the pocket is dry, we should come back to you.
No, but that's not.
That thing is finished. So sort me out. Sort me out.
But we heard from her that women can manage money better. Now we're from the weakness. We're from the weakness. Hey, okay. Hello. What have we missed?
Okay, so we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning, Wisdom.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm also fine.
Okay, let's hear you, please.
Okay, one story. I'm calling from Kumasi.
Right.
Good morning.
Yes, we are listening, please.
The stingy place.
Yeah, I'm calling from Kumasi.
Yes, please.
My story is that I'm in a courtship relationship where my girlfriend is not working. So every day I do all the spending and everything. But she also demands a lot. So what should I do?
Oh, wow. Okay, so we'll help you answer that question. Hello, Celestine. Good morning. ASAP. But then, with what? Yeah. I mean,
it's in a relationship with a lady who is unemployed.
Who is unemployed? Ronnie, please hold on. Let me just read a few messages on social media. Richard Kwell says, "Ni amate few. Please tell us of Mame that some women will spend all the money if they have access to it.
I tell you.
Some families tell their daughters to bring the good ones, the marriage home. Oh, okay. To bring the good things from marriage home. Hey. Betty Laddie says, I love this show. Thank you so much. And she also said, Mommy, love you. Oh, okay. Okay. Tete, but the Bertha says, kindly ask the lady on call which area she lives. Hey, who? Okay, so we have Nuruddin on the line. Hello, good morning, Nuruddin.
Good morning.
Let's hear you, please.
Please, this is a nice program you are doing, but it's like it's at once.
It's like it's what?
One side.
It's one side.
Yes, please. You are basing. It's only based on the Christian side, not the Islamic or the traditional side.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, can you please enlighten us about the Islam side?
Yes, like yes. The Muslim side or the traditional side. You know, a man is allowed to marry more than one wife.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you have more than one wife, assuming 2, 3, or even 4.
Yeah.
Who should you entrust management of finance on?
Okay.
I don't know where you're getting where I'm coming from.
Perfectly.
Then back where I'm coming from is we are close to the Togo border.
Okay.
Most of the activities they do there is only farming. So these farming activities, the man has no cash in the hand unless what he sells from the farm.
The farm, okay.
The man only sells when there is a pressing issue. He goes to the farm, picks some farm produce, come and sell. Probably use it to cater for the problem that he's embarked on.
Okay.
So there's no physical cash in the house that a woman or the man must manage. Then looking at it in the other context, like general, man and a woman who's supposed to manage the finance at this hard time.
At this hard time, okay.
This hard time.
All right.
This one also depends on where the person is raised from. If you are raised from a family where there's no money, they manage for their daily bread.
Okay, Nuruddin. All right.
You barely accept what comes.
Okay.
Then you use it as such. Someone who is also raised from a rich family has everything in their domain. They prepare the kind of meal they want. They do everything. They go out. Sometimes the dad or the mom can just say, let's go out for fun. They go, they buy things they didn't even bargain for because there's money. They celebrate birthdays for the children or even the father or the mother. But here, I can't remember the last time I've celebrated my birthday.
Oh, Nuruddin. Oh, that's
happy birthday.
Yeah.
It's really on ground.
Okay, Nuruddin. We are pressed with time, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to take a few more messages from Facebook. Richmond Richie says, it all depends on the background training of both. It's some men, if some men do better than women and vice versa. When you come across a lady who has been given the dadaba training to your house as a wife and crisis hits you, then you will understand why we have So Help Me God. At the end of our national pledge.
Shall we say the grace?
Very good, yeah. Very good one, Richmond. Okay, so what Nuruddin was saying in relation to, you know, being married to more than one woman. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have Lydia on the line. Hello, good morning, Lydia.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, by grace. How are you too?
Fine, thank you. You're listening, please.
Okay, so I want to share something that I've realized is going on, like, in my family.
Oh, okay.
So I'm married, but then when I take a look at my dad and mom, their marriage, I realize that always my dad doesn't have money. And that is kind of the stingy aspect. So I realized that as uncle was saying when we were having the conversation, I think you really have to study that during the courtship.
Right.
So that, study that during the courtship so that you don't fall in such marriage, because for this type of marriage, when it's always the husband not having money, it's really a problem. Because and then you can actually tell that it's a lie. He has the money, but it's just that
he's refusing to give.
He wants to save it for the next generation or something.
For you.
For the next generation.
For you.
So I think we have to really emphasize on the guys or the men actually always complaining they don't have money. They don't have money. It's as if the wealth money are in the woman's account, but that's not the case. the complaining is too much. It's the men, the guys not having money. Always they don't have money, and then the woman will be spending the little that they have. That is why most of the time the women don't have money.
Right, because we spend it on hair and other things.
Exactly, because the little that they have to spend it because their husbands are saying that they don't have money.
Yeah.
How they themselves, they know deeply within their heart that they have money. So it's a problem. It's a big problem.
It's a big problem.
To really emphasize on that so that the men will change. Because so I'm really glad that I've realized this about my parents. So that when I'm also choosing a partner in life,
you will be careful.
I wouldn't go for someone who is stingy and always
trying to hide his money. Okay, Lydia, thank you very much. Thanks so much for calling. And so we are going to so let's take something from Nuruddin's story. For instance, you're married to more than one partner, more than one woman. How would you know that this person is perfect to keep the finances? Maybe he's comfortable with the woman keeping the finances of the home, but then amongst them, there'll be rivalry. One will feel that maybe I am better than the other. How can you handle such a situation?
And in Nuruddin's submission, he provided an answer in the narration. He ended by my opening statement that your upbringing
contributes
to whether you can manage money better or not. You've been with your wives. I'm sure that you know them. When you decided to be with them or when you are with them now. Certainly there'll be one or two of them who you know can manage money better than the other. It is always, especially when they are more than one. You have the option, to tell. And also because of the rivalry amongst them, some of them may pitch, one will pitch better than the other, or they will try to outwit themselves just for your interest. So they would try to bring out certain values that you would get to pick on and know that this one can handle money better. So
it makes it easy for you to make your decision.
Better than for us that we have to go through the long essay kind of a thing to wait. Do you manage money better or the other? Or the, but in this case, he can get it better. He can get it better than people who living with just one once. But you know, let's settle it. Nobody all of a sudden knew how to handle money better when the person got married. No money. Yes, sometimes there's a surprise and a shock when you get married, and you discover yourself all over again when you get married. But handling of finances it's usually how you are wired in your socialization or how you are raised at home. That how you mingle with people, how you learned in your school and you pick a few things with your socialization, or how you were basically raised at home. This lady that's saying that that is stingy and all that. She may
Lydia from Kumasi.
Yeah, she may not have known what the man is dealing with.
Yeah,
I'm sure that she may not even know that she's even the cause. That's this.
Maybe the man doesn't have money.
She may not know, but she's looking at it from
openness is very, very important here.
And sometimes, kids, if you raise kids, they always think whenever they ask, it should be available. That's how kids are. Whenever they come, they should. You have money for them. They forget that sometimes you also go through planning for the family, and when to give and when not to give. Sometimes to mothers do not explain a lot to their kids about their children, about their father to their children. So the children will assume, see a situation and assume that, oh, as for their father there, anyway, every time, anyway, but the man is running a home. The man is, you are happy in the house. You're eating. You're being clothed. Okay. All right.
Okay, all right, Ronnie. Let me read a few comments. We have so many comments coming through. Anan Benin says, His Excellency once said, Sikam PDD. But when you see it going wrong at times, you have to make noise. Ro Bobo Mall says, I believe it depends on the couple. What may work for couple A may not necessarily apply in couple B. Just discuss and be truthful to each other. That's what our counselors have said. Best regards to Lady Reverend Gian. Hey, what fans? Clinton Pretty says, good morning, Auntie. Please, my question is, I'm in a relationship and both of us plan on marrying each, but my man finds it difficult to discuss things with me about our future. Please, what should I do? Can I leave him and give chance to someone that is interested in discussing the future with me?
You know, it's a red flag. Because
okay, so Clinton Pretty, one of my producers says he's interested, and so
yeah, it's a red flag. A lack of communication. Yes, it's one of the things that breaks marriage totally. Because if you are not able to talk with me, if you are not able to communicate, then what are we building?
It's a huge red flag.
Yeah, it's a huge red flag, and she needs or he needs to look at it and then flee. Flee. You flee. You don't go into what you can't contain, because as Ronnie said earlier on, there are certain things you can change.
Yeah.
Yes, you grow on it rather. There are people they are like that, yes, and then it will even get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sit with him and then he's always on his phone, always on other matters, and then you sit idly. And then with Nuruddin's issue, I think if you can handle 3 wives, you don't go in for it. Yes, you cut your coat according to your size, and then
cloth.
And then a monkey plays by size. You can't compare apples to oranges. You understand? So you need to look at all those things, and then you see what to do. But in case you want 2, 3 wives, then I think you should be in the best position to handle financial issues, to avoid quarrels in the home. Because certainly I'm a woman and my fellow woman, and then another one, you tell the person she is better than me, I'm not going to take that. And of course, it's going to quarrel in the house at all times. So you need to look at yourself and then say, I can handle it, so I'm going in for it, and I'm going to handle my finance together. And with the lady who said the dad is stingy, I think sometimes at a point in time, as parents, we need to be open to our kids. Yes, we need to bring them into discussions, especially in times of difficulty. We let them know what the family is going through, what we have at the moment, what we do not have, so they will be in tune with us. But when we try to hide certain things, and those in the areas where they say, oh, in company, in some, no, let them come in. Abreast them with whatever that is going, then they'll also be abreasted and then be in tune with you, rather than them saying my daddy is stingy, my daddy is stingy, because that is not communicating. And then we don't know. All we know is daddy has it. Because daddy came in with apples yesterday, and today he came in with oranges, and that's so daddy has. And if he's not providing, he is stingy. We should let the kids know. We should let the family know what the issue we're having right now. And especially in our current situation in Ghana, we should involve the whole family. Let them sit and know what we can use better, what we can reduce, what we can do again. Yes, if today I just drive to the pizza joint nearby me, I have to walk. Yes, and then daddy will work with the kids, mommy will work with the kids, and then we all go through it together successfully.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Sanderson. Ronnie?
Well,
your final submission on this topic.
Well, I'll go back to my initial submission, which a lot of people agree with, that who manages money better at home is not attributed. It can't be attributed to one gender. It depends on how you are wired, how you are raised, how you are socialized, and all that. And also, it varies from home to home. Even across this table, or in this set, I do it better at home, and it goes beyond reasonable doubt. And she also does it at home. Hello, Bishop. She does it at home, as she has said. So yeah, it's not attributed to one particular gender to say that a man does it better, or a woman does it better, or a wife does it better, or a husband does it better.
Okay, thank you very much, Ronnie, for passing through. Thank you very much, Mr. Sanderson, for passing through, educating us on this particular topic. And I've learned something. I mean, in the early stages of courtship, you need to be transparent. Especially if you know that it's going to lead into marriage, you need to be transparent about your finances. Yes, and then your debts. Very important. What the car?
What the car? Debts. You've said it.
I said you were more.
You are speaking to somebody.
We are extravagant.
Please, it's been said through us. We are not saying it.
Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in with us on this segment. And like I mentioned earlier, Friday, which is tomorrow, is Adom Praise. I have some tickets in my hand, and we would love for you to have these tickets and just come and praise God. And then I have in my left hand some tickets to the Ghana DJ Awards happening on Saturday at the Silver Star Tower. And what I said is that to win a ticket, viewers, please, in the comment section, I want you to tell us who won the overall best DJ in Ghana at last year's edition of Ghana DJ Awards. Okay, so just put that in the comment section, and then if you win, you are going to get a free ticket. Okay, and then to win a ticket to Adom Praise, this year's edition of Adom Praise with Travis Green headlining, what you have to do is to give us about 3 names of the artists that are billed to perform. Okay, it's very simple. So cheap. Okay, so we'll be waiting to see your answers on these. We want you to come and enjoy yourself, so please make sure that you do comment on these. Thank you so much. Coming up next, please don't go anywhere. Okay, we've not ended yet. There's another conversation coming up. Do stay tuned.